All right, my friends, this is one of those times where we need everybody's participation. Golf is in desperate need of you. Now, I'm being totally serious here because what's happening is it's an epidemic that has been going on for years and years, and not a whole lot has been done about it. And it's getting more and more rampant, and it's coming for you and your tee times. Okay, there are in Los Angeles, California, and many other places around this country, there are brokers who are buying up tee times specifically at popular public golf courses and then reselling them for a $30 to $40 or even higher brokerage fee. So your tee time, however much it costs, $40, $30 plus the brokerage fee on top of it. Here's what's interesting. This guy, Dave Fink, out in Los Angeles, has been making waves about this on his Instagram. He's got like 200,000 followers on Instagram. He's a golfer. He's an instructor guy. He's kind of a man of the people. And in Los Angeles, he's well known as just a golfer of the people. So what he did, he's been kind of making a fuss about these brokers. A lot of people have. And the city council has been good, getting some pushback finally about these brokers snatching up tee times. Now, what they do is, and it's kind of sad because there's a lot of innocent people involved or not involved or don't have anything to do with it, but a lot of people can get kind of unfairly discriminated against, or that's probably the best way to say it, just because of the way in which these brokers are going about doing business. Now, from what we understand, there's a website. It's a Korean website, an app. So you can go on there and book your tee time at these courses. So typically that's going to go to a lot of the Korean golfers out there because they understand the technology and the language, and they're using that app and that anyways. So innocent people who just get a tee time, no big deal. Well, there's getting a lot of pushback from all the other local golfers because of the fact that it seems like the Korean golfers are getting the tee times and nobody else gets them, which would make sense because it's a Korean company that's swooping up all these tee times and then reselling them, and who's going to use the app, the Korean app, but the Korean culture, right? So, okay. So anyways, that's kind of what's been going down. And my wife's Korean, my family, so I don't have, let's say, anything, it's fine. It's just that it's not the Koreans that are at fault here. It's the third-party brokers that are snatching up all the tee times and reselling them because they're making it virtually impossible for anybody else to get tee times other than the people who are using this app and these apps to get these tee times. So it becomes very difficult. So you got to put pressure onto the LA City Council, specifically the Department of Recs and Parks, or Parks and Rec. That's really the committee responsible for the public golf courses in these areas. So it's funny, you go on the website for the public courses like Rancho Park. Spectacular, beautiful golf course, in the heart of Century City in Los Angeles. It's right across the street, literally, from LA Country Club, where you saw the US Open. There's phenomenal golf course and golf in that area. When you play Rancho Park, you're literally in the city. It's spectacular. It's a really cool municipal public golf course. Spectacular. And Wilson and Harding golf courses are in the Griffith Park area. I've played there numerous times. Great tracks, a lot of fun, great people there. And so when I played Wilson Harding Ranch, I played with a lot, I never played there, if I went as a single, I never played with somebody who wasn't Korean. But LA is very diverse, so you're going to have all kinds of cultures, and I enjoyed my time. It was great. But I always did wonder, how come all the Koreans are getting all the tee times? I didn't know. Well, now we know. And a lot of people have known this for many, many years. So Dave Fink has been kind of spearheading and trying to do different things to spread the word about this. So he did a video recently, and it just came across my feed, and that's how I kind of got involved in this. and I'm not involved, but it piqued my interest. And I'm thinking, hey, if this is happening there, it's happening everywhere. And then they're coming for your team, not this particular industry, but brokers in general. Okay, I want to get that clear. It's not a cultural thing at all. It's a broker thing. These brokers are going to do it. And so whoever's using their particular app is going to get those tee times. I guess anybody could go in there and get the tee times as well. That's not going to be that difficult to figure out. But you're paying an extra $30, $40 for a tee time just because somebody pressed a button faster than you, or they claim they don't have bot technology swooping up tee times. But come on, if everybody's on there at the same time, how come one app gets all the tee times and then the next available tee times at 4:55 p.m. on a Wednesday afternoon? Like, what are you going to play 8 holes? Give me a break. So just these bots, these broker tee times are sweeping the nation, and they're specifically swooping up these public golf courses. So Dave did a post and a meetup, something like that at one of these golf courses. He did it at Rancho Park. I used to go to Rancho Park every morning. I would practice my putting, hit some balls at the range, practice my chipping, play the little par 3 course before I would go into work right there in Century City. So it's a cool place right there in the heart of the city. So he posts on Instagram that he's meeting there, and what he's going to do is just give away golf equipment. Shout out to that dude, just giving away equipment to the Angelinos and people who need equipment, and who's there to stop him but the park and rec rangers. Now, it's a public city-owned property, so anybody is free to use the park, and the golf course is part of the park. So you don't need to have tee time. You don't need to spend money. You don't need to do anything. You can just go sit and putt at the putting green, sit at the chipping green, go to the restaurant. You can walk around. You can do whatever you want, basically, for the most part, like things you would do at a park. So they're trying to kind of stop him, but he held his ground. He's like, no, I'm allowed to use this. I'm not doing anything wrong. I can give away stuff if I want to. And so they had to let him. They just said, hey, don't set up a tent like you're a farmer's market or anything. And so he didn't, and he wasn't going to, but he was there for a few hours giving away equipment and golf gear to people that came by. But his really main purpose was to shed light on this epidemic of these brokers swooping up tee times. I want to know what your thoughts are about brokers who do this kind of stuff and then charge extra money for premium tee times. I guess if you want a premium tee time, maybe you're willing to pay a little extra money. But my thing is, why don't we just give that extra money to the city? Why doesn't the city, and not that they deserve it, they certainly are and let's say, I'm from LA, I'm from San Diego, I grew up in that area, I spent 20 plus years in LA, more than that. And so there's been countless time after time after time of city council members going and being indicted and prosecuted under the law for all kinds of shenanigans. It has happened for decades. City council members like not being the most ethical and law-abiding citizens and using and abusing the money that is collected for the. So I don't think the city should get anything personally. And I'm not saying this committee or these council members are guilty of anything. I'm not saying that. But I am saying there's been a history here for a long, long time. So I wouldn't necessarily say the money should go back to the city council, but there should be something done. Like if there's a way to make more money to put it back into the golf community and the courses and to give back to these kids and these underprivileged people who want to get into the game of golf but don't have the money, does it take one guy to give away everything? Why can't the money we're spending for those brokerage fees go to help the youth programs or to make these courses even better than they already are, because a lot of them need extra maintenance and all kinds of stuff. So why does a broker get it when somebody else that's in need get it? Or is there a way so that you don't have to go through all this hassle and there's not all this kind of brokerages getting the tee times first? Either way, I think it needs serious attention, not just from the people in California and Los Angeles, but from all of us throughout the country, because this type of stuff is coming. It's happening everywhere. And it can't be that way. I would rather pay $40 extra. If I'm going to pay, I don't think it should be that much more, but I would rather pay $40 extra and have it go back into a golf program rather than some broker who's using bot technology to get the tee times. That is not cool. So shout out to Dave for doing everything. Shout out to all the people that were there watching the video. I was like, man, these are the Angelino, the Southern California crew. Like, I love how they get involved in this kind of stuff. It's fantastic. This is not a cultural thing of these people need to be stopped or any. No, it's just the brokers need to be eliminated so that the people, all people, can have equal access to tee times throughout the country. Let me know your thoughts on this, because I think it's something more like in need of attention than we give it credit for. But you tell me. Comment below. Thanks for listening. Go do something. Go click, go call, go get involved. Peace. See you next time.